Hey guys, welcome to another Total War Rome 2 mod video. Today we're going to take a look at the Wrath of Sparta campaign. Now this mini campaign is pretty cool, you get a very detailed map of Greece and the campaign does have its own flavor, with cool mechanics like the Persian invasion and the Pan-Hellenic games. My biggest issue with the campaign is the complete lack of unit variety though. The unit rosters in Wrath of Sparta are extremely similar and very small. Sparta is basically the only faction with a little bit of unit variety. Therefore we would like to showcase some mods that improve the unit roster in this campaign, alongside a couple of other improvements. Most of these mods can be found in the Wrath of Sparta Revamped mod collection made by HCP Warrior of Light and Gyrosmeister. The mods in this collection first and foremost manage to give every playable faction a unique unit roster with a unique flavor. Let's take a look at the Spartans first. Sparta is obviously a faction focused on extremely powerful hoplite units. The mod adds new units like the strong Wardens of the King and the cool looking Eagle Warriors. Sparta also has access to a couple of low and medium tier sword infantry units, as you can see here. It's still a very weak faction in the cavalry and missile departments though. The mod also adds a unique battle ability to all Spartan units. This ability, called To the Death, is unlocked when you construct a level 5 barracks, which is usually very late in the campaign. The ability gives all Spartan units unbreakable morale and combat buffs for a short period of time. A cool ability that fits the Spartan warrior culture very well. The Athenians offer a completely different playstyle with these mods. Their roster is focused on skirmishers and marine warfare. Athenae is the only playable faction with very elite missile units like Imperial Peltas and this early crossbow unit. This faction also has access to some cool infantry units alongside some pretty good cavalry. They even got an early pikeman unit in the form of these Imperial spears. Athens also has access to some unique marine units like these corsairs here. The Boeotian League is a faction that heavily relies on its cavalry. The Trojan Chargers, Theban Hippeus and Men-at-Arms are all very powerful and elite melee cavalry units, and the Boeotians even have access to a shock cavalry unit here. The League also has access to a nice variety of low tier melee units, mostly centered around the theme of religious fanatics. The Boeotians also have access to some powerful elite units, but they are lacking early game hoplite units and strong skirmishers. Finally we have Corinthos, a decent faction with access to a great variety of armored sword and spear infantry units. Corinthos also has access to one of the few missile cavalry units in the campaign and some very unique ones like the Greek fire throwers. The Gilded Axemen and Gilded Hoplites are some very strong units, able to beat most others in the campaign, except for the elite Spartan units of course. Some Corinthian units also have access to throwing axes, which is really cool. This obviously makes the playable factions much more interesting and unique to play. The mods in this collection also expand the roster for all minor factions though, so you have some interesting enemies to fight against as well. The main endgame enemy of the campaign, the Persian Empire, gets some interesting elite units like cataphracts, chariots and war elephants for example. Persia is also able to bring these reskinned, very cool looking immortal units. Byzantium has some new unique units as well, like Byzantine infantry and Byzantine cataphracts, to make them stand out from the other Greek factions. The other Greek minor factions are filled with unique units as well. Pretty much every minor faction now has access to at least 2 or 3 unique units. You can clearly see that these mods increase the unit variety in a great way, and this gives a completely unique and new feel to the campaign. The mods in this Wrath of Sparta collection change a couple of other things besides units as well though. First of all, it changes how culture works in the campaign. In vanilla Wrath of Sparta, culture is basically a dead feature. Culture is always at 100% in every province, it cannot change and it does not inflict public order penalties or anything else. This mod collection re-enables cultural conversion for all factions in the game. All religious buildings now convert provinces to their respective cultures, just like in the other campaigns. Public order penalties due to cultural tensions also return, and these will worsen at higher imperium levels. Culture now has more impact on diplomatic relations as well, and another cool thing of this mod is that it makes the Persians spread their culture to neighboring regions. This really enhances the endgame experience of the campaign, as it will make it harder to maintain stability in territories neighboring Persia, the great enemy of the game. The mods in this collection also add some new skins and armor pieces for general units in the campaign. Generals will no longer be copy-paste versions of each other, you will have unique looking leaders with some very unique uniforms on the battlefield. Besides this, the mod also includes a community patch for the entire game. This patch brings some very welcome changes like improved campaign AI, changes to diplomacy, changes to the battle camera and a lot more. Just check out the mod page to take a look at all the features in this community patch, because there's quite a lot in there. The link is in the description. Now I would also like to showcase a couple of other small mods for Wrath of Sparta that I like myself. First of all, the faction unlocker made by ToonTotalWar. This simply unlocks all minor factions for the Wrath of Sparta campaign. This will make you able to try out some of the unique units in the minor factions as well. This is best used alongside HCP's minor faction traits mod though, as this will add unique faction traits for the minor factions as well. With these mods, all factions will have their own unique faction traits and their own unique playstyle therefore, and they are all fully playable in the campaign. I also like Idreaus' reskinned campaign overview. This will simply change the look of the overview, just a cosmetic change but a pretty good one in my opinion. So these were all the mods that I wanted to showcase in the video. Be sure to take a look at them by clicking on the links to the Steam workshop in the description. If you like a mod, be sure to give it an upvote in Steam as well to show your appreciation for the modders. I hope you found today's video useful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.